What if Islam arrived on these shores centuries before Europeans first set foot? Imagine Moccasin sailing vessels at Arnhem Land in 1517, trading sea cucumber and ideas with the Yolngu. That peaceful contact lasted 4 centuries, weaving Islam into the tapestry of this land long before colonists arrived. Today, Islam is Australia's fastest-growing faith, but behind those modern numbers lies camels, courage, exclusion, and a resilience few know. Let's uncover this 400-year story. In the early 1600s, wooden proas from Makassar in present-day Indonesia made their way to Arnhem Land's northern coast. Muslim fishermen hunted trepang, or sea cucumber, but stayed for friendships with the Yolngu. Radiocarbon dating of cave art marks their voyages as early as 1517 AD, nearly 3 centuries before colonial settlement. For almost 400 years, until taxes halted these trips in 1906, traders exchanged language, tobacco, metal tools, and prayers. Yolngu songs reference Moccasin prayers, while local dialect absorbed words like balanda for foreigners and trepang for sea cucumber. Dreaming narratives tell of arrival and departure, weaving Islam into ancestral law. Fast forward to the 1860s, Australia's vast interior beckoned exploration and demanded solutions. British colonists imported camels and called on Muslim Cameleers from Afghanistan. They came from British India, Pakistan, and Turkey. These men and their families became the backbone of outback expansion. They hauled supplies for the overland telegraph line. They supported railway construction and laid foundations for towns like Maree and Broken Hill. Mosques they erected still stand as silent monuments to their impact. By 1921, Australia's Muslim population numbered around 3,000. Small in size but monumental in contribution. Yet as pioneers across deserts, they soon faced a formidable obstacle: the White Australia policy. Enacted in 1901, this policy sought to preserve a white nation. Strict immigration controls cut off most non-white arrivals for decades. Muslim growth stalled. Dreams of further cultural exchange faded, and the community faced its first major test of belonging, one Australia would face again and again. With the White Australia policy dismantled in the 1970s, the gates swung open and the world arrived. Workers and families from Lebanon and Turkey brought new trades and tastes. Soon, refugees fleeing the Lebanese Civil War, the Iran-Iraq conflict, the Soviet-Afghan War, and crises in Somalia and the Balkans joined them. Each wave added languages, cuisines, and traditions to Australia's multicultural quilt. Have you ever wondered how quickly these communities grew? The census tells the story. In 1981, fewer than 80,000 Australians, just over 0.5% of the population, identified as Muslim. By 2006, that number had leapt to 340,392, almost 2%. In 2016, it reached 604,200. And by 2021, 830,392 Australians, 3.2%, professed Islam, marking a 438% rise in 40 years. 3 forces drove this surge: overseas migration, 58% born abroad in 2006, higher family birth rates, a notable rise in converts, 15.8% of the community. These numbers represent real lives. A young Iraqi student rebuilding after bombs earned a scholarship here. A Bosnian family forged a community center hosting language classes and Quran study. A Muslim convert shared, "It offers stability, removes focus from materialism." To support this growth, communities opened formal Islamic schools, blending the full Australian curriculum with 6 hours of religious instruction each week. Mosques rose in suburbs across Sydney, Melbourne, Perth, and beyond. Youth organizations organized sports tournaments, interfaith dialogues, and volunteer programs. By the early 2000s, Australian Muslims were no longer just survivors. They were active contributors, creating new spaces in civic life. By the late 1990s, Muslim communities embraced new channels of connection. Community radio stations broadcast in Arabic, Turkish, Somali, and Bosnian, linking families across cities. In 2001, the first National Muslim Business Conference convened entrepreneurs from diverse backgrounds. Women's groups like the Muslim Women's Association in New South Wales launched empowerment programs, mentoring young women in leadership and entrepreneurship. Sufi gatherings at universities sparked interest in Islamic philosophy. Translation of the Quran into English helped bridge cultural divides. These developments signaled that Australian Muslim identity had become multi-dimensional, rooted in faith and firmly woven into the nation's civic fabric. Yet rapid growth reignited debate. In 2005, a national Muslim leader urged governments to rid the community of radical elements to protect the majority words that sparked fierce discussion. The 2011 Scanlon report warned that attitudes toward Muslims had become a litmus test for social cohesion. Communities once quietly intertwined found themselves under a lens of suspicion. The tension between faith, identity, and acceptance would define a new era. Today, Australian Muslims occupy seats in Parliament. Senator Fatima Payman and Senator Marine Faruqi champion social justice. Ministers Anne Ailey and Ed Husick shape national policy. Educational innovators run schools that mix scientific inquiry with spiritual values. Entrepreneurs lead halal certification bodies, guiding global exports. Artistic voices emerge in film, literature, and gallery spaces, reframing narratives of migration and faith. Across professions, Muslim Australians are shaping every field. Doctors, nurses, and allied health workers served on the pandemic front lines, while engineers designed vital infrastructure projects. Lawyers lead major firms advocating for human rights, and academics publish research from climate science to digital innovation. In cities and regional towns, Muslim grassroots organizations mobilized during COVID-19, running testing clinics, delivering food hampers to vulnerable neighbors, and organizing mask-making workshops. Their efforts underscored a commitment to compassion and solidarity across faiths. Community-led initiatives also extend into sports and the arts. In cricket and soccer leagues, the Islamic Sports Association unites players of diverse backgrounds. Filmmakers of Muslim heritage have won awards at national festivals, exploring themes of migration and belonging. Musicians blend traditional Middle Eastern melodies with Australian indie. Street artists paint murals celebrating both faith and the Australian landscape. These creative expressions showcase how Islam inspires fresh contributions to the nation's cultural tapestry. As climate change, digital transformation, and global shifts reshape society, Australian Muslims will navigate debates over halal policies, workplace religious inclusion, and digital privacy in mosques, with history guiding their adaptability. When the AFL launched its Hold the Racism campaign, Muslim voices joined national conversations, demonstrating that sport can unite communities across cultural lines. The next generation will harness digital platforms to build bridges, crafting podcasts, TikTok series, and online courses that foster understanding between faith communities. From sailors and Cameleers to scholars and leaders, Muslims have shaped Australia's past and will influence its future in countless ways. As we close this chapter on Islam in Australia, remember, it began with Moccasin traders and desert Cameleers, endured the crucible of exclusion, and today stands as a testament to resilience and unity. The story is still being written, and each of us holds a page. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more videos.